Mr. Speaker, earlier this year, during the debt ceiling negotiations, some of my colleagues across the aisle very baselessly claimed that Republicans were cutting funding for our nation's veterans, which was entirely unfounded and untrue. We have, as members of this House, Republicans always supported those who served our country, and our Millicon VA funding legislation this past week further proves this fact. In this year's appropriations bill, not only do we not cut funding for veterans, but rather we fully fund their health care and benefits programs to ensure our veterans receive the timely care they've rightfully earned and deserve. Additionally, the GOP is continuing to fight to improve the quality of life of active duty service members by supporting the construction of new family housing units and child care centers. And in my district, Fort Indian Town Gap is receiving a significant level of funding for necessary upgrades. Our bill, Mr. Speaker, also keeps ideology and politics out of the care of veterans by frankly rightfully prohibiting from our military the use of funds to advance such things as critical race theory and disallowing the implementation, administration, or enforcement of President Biden's executive orders on diversity, equity, and inclusion. These functions and plans probably have a place in society where appropriate, but certainly not in our military, because in the military we continue to respect all Americans who are willing to serve. So Republicans as well, Mr. Speaker, just recently passed the strongest NDAA in history, which included the largest pay raise in 20 years for our soldiers, our sailors, our airmen, our Marines. And despite this, only a handful, Mr. Speaker, of our colleagues, our Democrat colleagues, voted for it. House Republicans have and will continue to support our military and those who risk their lives and sacrifice, make the sacrifices necessary to serve our great country. And I'm appreciative and urge my colleagues to continue to support H.R. 4366. With that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.
Good afternoon, friends. I have a big update to share with you today. Congressional lawmakers are trying to pass a new bill that would grant SNAP benefits to more Americans. Democrats in the Senate want to approve new eligibility requirements for monthly benefits, and payments worth as much as $1,700 are set to arrive in just a few days. Please make sure that you watch until the end of this video, especially if you receive monthly benefits. And also, I will be announcing the winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway, so please stay tuned. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you need to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. SNAP is a government welfare program that provides assistance to families and individuals suffering from food insecurity. As many as 41.2 million Americans, or about 1 in 8 Americans, have participated in the program in 2022. But there is a bill introduced by federal lawmakers that would give striking workers the ability to receive food stamps during their work stoppages. Since the 1980s, SNAP benefits have not been available to striking workers unless they already had qualified for SNAP benefits before the work stoppage. But this bill would remove that. The new legislation was introduced in both chambers by Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman and Representatives Alma Adams and Greg Casar. But SNAP recipients would still have to meet income eligibility and other requirements to receive these benefits. While some unions provide members with monetary assistance during a work stoppage through a strike fund that draws on membership dues, those amounts are often less than the workers' usual pay rate. Workers without a union are able to strike under U.S. labor law, but would not have access to union funds. A 1981 law changed SNAP requirements, stating that a household could no longer become eligible for benefits at a time when any member of the household was on strike. The law was challenged in federal court and ultimately went to the Supreme Court, where it was upheld in a 5-3 decision. SNAP eligibility rules have also seen a change this year, when the program's work requirements was expanded to a larger age group. While new exceptions to that rule were added for veterans, individuals experiencing homelessness, and young adults transitioning from foster care. In 4 days, Colorado will begin issuing payments for SNAP to eligible residents. Beneficiaries will receive their payment based on the last 4 digits of their Social Security number. The maximum monthly payment for a household of 1 in Colorado is currently $281, and the maximum SNAP payment for a household of 4 is $939. The state of California is also going to send out SNAP payments. The average SNAP payment in California per eligible individual is $196 a month. U.S. economic growth accelerated over the past 3 months, blowing past economists' expectations and tamping down concerns about a possible recession. According to recently released government data, the U.S. gross domestic product grew by 2.4%. According to recently released government data, the U.S. gross domestic product grew by a 2.4% annualized rate to finish the first half of 2023. The results mark an advance from the 2% annualized GDP growth that was recorded over the previous quarter. The latest data demonstrates that economic growth has accelerated over that period, dispelling concerns among some about a fast-approaching recession. The heightened growth stems from an increase in consumer and government spending, as well as a jump in business investment. A decrease in exports and home investments detracted from the GDP growth. Personal income grew at a slower pace than it had in the previous quarter. However, the personal savings rate inched upwards from the previous quarter. So for more than a year, the Federal Reserve has aimed to roll back inflation through interest rate hikes that typically slowed the economy and slashed consumer demand. The approach risks tipping the economy into a downturn. The policy appears to have succeeded in cooling prices. Inflation has fallen significantly from a peak last summer. Some key economic indicators have sustained robust performance. A jobs report earlier this month showed that the labor market has cooled down, but still grew at a solid clip in June, adding 209,000 jobs. Nearly 3/4 of forecasters surveyed by the National Association for Business Economics said that the probability of the U.S. entering into recession in the next 12 months is 50% or less. So, dear friends, what do you think will happen to the U.S. economy by the end of this year? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my beautiful and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Saturday. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me here and for being part of this community. The 2 winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Dan Marshburn and Maria Martinez. Congratulations, my dearest friends. To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message, or you could even message me on my Facebook page. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.